All right. Welcome to Sideboardmtg. My name's Eric, and tonight we're going to be playing our Subscriber Sunday Challenge decks. Every month I challenge you guys to take one card and build around that card any way you please and see if we can abuse that card in some way. And the fun card for this month was Thran Temporal Gateway. It's a 4-mana artifact that if you pay 4 mana, you can tap it and put a historic spell from your hand onto the battlefield, and that's pretty much it. It's like Quicksilver Amulet, if you guys remember that card, just a good way to just get something down really easy. Historic spells are sagas, enchantments, sagas, artifacts, enchantments. Oh man, that would be so sweet, wouldn't it? Sagas, artifacts, and legendary permanents. So planeswalkers, legendary creatures, things like that. So those are your historic spells that we're going to be trying to flash in. We've got 3 cool decks for you guys tonight. I hope you guys like them. Give them a thumbs up. And if you like the content in general, subscribe to the channel. What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Let me get rid of this preview playing. We should have chat going. We've got Magna Boy. All right. That's right, man. What's up? Poopy Fatty, how you doing? James, what's up? Brandon Hall for the Horde and SDgza. Anyway, what's up, guys? How you doing? Looking forward to this. You probably won't be able to be in chat, but you'll have the stream up and running on the big TV. Well, I appreciate it, man. This first deck is actually yours. Wait a minute. We're not pointing at the first deck. Here we go. Let's see if we can get some of this valuable screen space here. Oh, man. You know, going down to one screen, the screen space thing, it's killing me. It really is. I'm working on a fix for that right now. I've got a graphics card. I've got to get it installed, but things go on. Things happen. Anyway, Lamp is now. Oh no, the bringer of darkness, man. You are good. You've got. Oh wow, can't do that. My other headset. Look how unprofessional we are tonight. I want to say, blame it on my in-laws being in town, but my mother-in-law may be watching this, so if so, hi, Miss Susan. No, we had a great time. They came in town. They were on their way to Tennessee to visit some family, and we're the halfway point. So stopped in, stayed with us for a little while. Seen Link. Link loves his Nana. He does. He was chilling out with her. Got some awesome pictures and stuff. But anyway, guys, that was my weekend. How was your weekend? You guys all have a good time, huh? Core set's going to boost the value of all decks. Might even get to cheat some Elder Dragons into play with Gateway. Man, that's true. That is true. Core set's going to be doing some wicked things. Speaking of Core set, it will be out before the end of the month. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the card for next month. You guys, if you read the description box below, you already know what it is. Liliana's Contract. If you've been watching, you know how much I love the card. I don't think the card's going to break standard or something like that. I don't think it's that awesome. But I think it's a really cool card, and I think there's a couple different ways that you could abuse it. Either one, just abuse that card draw, or two, you a bunch of creatures. You got adaptation. What is it? Arcane adaptation. Call demons, and all of your creatures are demons, so it doesn't matter which one you have, and you just kind of win that way. There's a couple different builds, or maybe you just want to actually put some demons in the deck and try to land those demons. So, I mean, there's a couple things. So, if you think you want to, join in next month for our challenge, build you a deck that is meant to abuse Liliana's Contract. You do not have to play a 4 of it in the deck, but the more the better, and the more votes that those decks get, the more likely I am to play one of those decks. I'm going to play the top 3, and this month we've got some awesome Gateway decks. Now, all of these decks center around this Thran Temporal Gateway. and they're going to be pretty cool. I'm excited to play these, and I'm actually excited to be live. You guys are going to have to let me know if the audio is right. Like I had some problems with the mic, so now we're using the Xbox headset, so hopefully it's working right. If we're dropping frames or anything, let me know in chat. I do have chat up where I can read that, even though that's been a little bit tricky. Other than that, if you guys need something, I'm going to try to pay a lot more attention to chat tonight, and we're just going to have some fun. These are some fun decks. We know that nobody was taking Thran Temporal Gateway to the Pro Tour. Like this, we're not trying to like break standard with these, but we are trying to have some fun and cheat some stuff in. So, all right, here we go, guys. This is a Grixis deck. Now that it's not actually trying to cheat anything off color or anything like that into the battlefield. But if we can get away with getting some 6 mana spells or 7 mana spells for 4 mana, then that's exactly what this deck looks like it's trying to do. Now this is it's trying to get Nicol Bolas, Demon Lord Belzenlock. Now Demon Lord himself could end up dealing a lot of damage to you here. I mean, you're just going to continuously trigger this over and over. I mean, look at the sheer amount of cards over 4 converted mana cost. So for those of you that are not familiar with Demon Lord Belzenlock, first off, he's just a 6/6 for 6 with Flample, Flying, and Trample. And when Demon Lord Belzenlock enters the battlefield, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. So a non-land card. Then put that card into your hand. If its converted mana cost is 4 or greater, repeat this process. Demon Lord Belzenlock deals 1 damage to you for each card put into your hand this way. So you may draw 2, 3, 4 cards out of this. I'm okay with drawing 4 cards, paying 4 life. Like, come on, Liliana's contract here. So I'm okay with that. But, I mean, if you're hitting cards like Noxious Gearhulks, Combustible Gearhulks, and you're hitting, your Lilianas or your Eldest Reborns, your Eldest Reborns are going to be so sweet just pulling those back to back to back, causing your opponents to sacrifice their creature or planeswalker, discard their cards, and then you get the best of those back. Like, Eldest Reborn is great. I do like the 4 of here. This is going to be so much fun as long as we can live to get these things down. Now, one of the ways we're going to be living or either sculpting our hand really is going to be we're going to be wiping the board or putting things back into their hand. We're not actually on counter or kill here in this deck. So the main kill here is we will let them continuously put things onto the battlefield, and then we will just wipe it away. And then as they it usually should only take about 1 good board wipe. We wipe their board, and then they're playing just their best creature, and then from there, Eldest Reborn should just wipe that up. Now, if you do look at the curve, I really like this step. If we know we're taking turn 4 off, we can Bantu's Last Reckoning. We can give them their turn 4, and then they play a creature, and then you don't untap. Turn 5, you're going to untap. You get to follow that up with Eldest Reborn. If they play another creature in there, yeah, you're going to be taking a little bit of a beating. So there's not a lot there. I mean, there is a gap there, but hopefully, we can catch them with their hand dump. This does line up 3, skip 4 into an Eldest Reborn. So, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We can just return things to their hand. And then, of course, Chart of Course is absolutely terrific at helping us sculpt our hand, along with Strategic Planning doing the same thing. However, Strategic Planning is going to put a lot of stuff in the graveyard that we may or may not want there. However, that's just something that we're going to have to deal with. Combustible Gearhulk may end up doing the exact same thing. So, again, you guys were talking in chat about the new dragons and the new Nicol Bolas. The new Nicol Bolas would be absolutely phenomenal in this deck because simply, if you get him down, of course, you get him to 7, he has a Liliana effect on him. So that's going to be absolutely terrific. We're going to get to play him and Liliana for a couple months. About 3 months they'll be in the same format. So I plan on having a lot of fun with the new Nicol Bolas and Liliana, just bringing a ton of things back from the graveyard. And one of my favorite things to bring back from the graveyard has always been Combustible Gearhulks. When you have a deck full of big fatties, you're looking at just doing some serious damage to the opponent. So this deck looks super sweet. I'm not going to get into construction with any of these decks. They're all just have a lot of fun with these decks. I may get into construction with the 5-color one, and we'll talk about that one in a moment. But Andrew, what's up, bud? How you doing? James, Barry, how you doing, sir? Chris Johnson, Magna Boy. I already called Magna Boy out. We got other people here. I missed some people. Joshua, Steven something. Boros. Hey, what's up, Boros? How you doing? Sideboard here. More Noxious Gearhulks, Duress, Fatal Push, Magma Spray, Essence Scatter, Negate. Just, some really standard but really cheap, effective sideboard. So I mean, you can put together a decent game plan against about anything with these cards. Negate, you're not, or sorry, Magma Spray. 2 damage is about the most you're going to get out of something, but that's what you got. Anyway, we're going to jump into a game. Hopefully, we'll have some fun with this. Hopefully, we'll be able to just wreak some havoc on some poor, unsuspecting opponent, and it'll be fun, right? I mean, it's Sunday. Everybody's already played their Friday Night Magic this week. We've got a long way to go, through the week. We're going to be talking about some of the spoilers and things like that, or I guess the set is out, so we don't even have to really call it spoilers at this point. It's been released. So yeah, we'll talk about the M19 cards at some point this week. Even trying to get something going with a couple other YouTubers, or at least one other YouTuber. And maybe have him in the conversation with us, and go from there. So I am working on some other things, and we're gonna see what we can get going. I had a comment last week about I'm doing just the same stuff over and over. A lot of gameplay over and over, and that I needed to spice it up a little bit. So whether you're in chat right now or you're watching this later in the comments, let me know, what kind of videos would you guys like to see me do? I mean, what do you guys want? This is your community. What do you guys want coverage for? So let me know, and we'll go from there. Oh wow, I took too long. I was talking. My bad. Sorry, dude. You've wanted to build a fun deck with Thran Temporal Gateway? Well, we've got some cool decks tonight. They're not exactly cheap, but we've got some cool decks. I'm going to keep this. I mean, doesn't look horrible. Probably going to cycle on too. Barry, the boss is back. How you doing? And Poopy goes down. Do we have sound effects? What is going on? I don't have those up. I don't have effects up. I will get those ASAP. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that up. All right, so we're just gonna play our fetid pool here. This way, we at least have blue mana on turn 2. I mean, I could Canyon Slew on turn 2, but at this point, we're kind of looking for just to sculpt our hand here and just start playing some major threats. Ooh, that's gonna be decent. All right, well, I want to start trying to cast spells. So I'm going to go with strategic planning here. Ooh, Bantu's Last Reckoning. Don't think I'm going to need that. All right, so either one of these is going to make sure that... See, I probably need more blue, so I'm going to take the Sulphur Falls. But either one of these is going to make sure that our turn 4 comes in untapped. And that's what we're wanting. We want to try to cast something on curve here. We'll see what the opponent has. Well, it looks like he's just a straight control deck, so... Alright, so we'll go tap land, and then just pass with 2 mana up. End of turn, cycle, Sulphur Falls. Cycle. Another Canyon Slew. Okay. Fetid Pool. Well, we're going for it. Deploy the gateway. I mean, I assume he has a counter for this, like disallow. Like you kind of have to have a disallow for this, right? I mean, we could have waited like forever and tried to cast it. Yeah, there we go. There's the disallow. But we can't just let him sit around and like draw cards and do things like that. We just can't do it. Okay, so let's go fetid pool. And then we will strategic planning and then cycle. We don't need the Bantu's Last Reckoning. Noxious Gearhulk's just going to be a decent threat. I'll take the Gearhulk. I mean, worst case scenario, we start pitching Gearhulks to chart a course. Should have posted your 5-color Super Friends deck. That's mighty silent on the house DJ. What? No, oh yeah, I've got no does he have the negate? Tell me he does not have the negate. He has to have negate, right? To just play Teferi here, he has to have negate, right? Otherwise, you just assume Teferi's gone. I could have cycled there, but we're definitely not now. I'm going to play around Syncopate for 1. Okay. So you guys are wondering why I played that land and not the tap land, so that I'd have even more land next turn. Playing around Syncopate for 1. It's got to have the negate, right? This negate. Negate. That is a negate. That happened. Main board negates. It's a brutal world we live in, guys. It really is. To Eric's mix, Artifact Storm, and new gens and Blue God that makes you have 7 cards. What? All right. What's up, Mr. Toms? How you doing, sir? Sir, need to get up with you about a bot. Definitely. I didn't mean to actually contact you about that bot. But yeah, definitely want that. Oh man, just cycling cast out. He cast a hieroglyphic illumination on his turn. Come on. I mean, he has disallow available this turn though, and a ton of cards. Jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go for the Locust God. He's going to disallow something. Let him disallow this. Essence Scatter. All right. Should have known the Essence Scatters were there. I don't think we're getting through this to Fairy. I think Bolus is like our only hope at getting through this to Fairy. Target opponent, target creature, or target planeswalker that opponent controls. Yeah, we're going to have to just pray we can get this Bolus down and just crush this to Fairy. Like this turn, we're going to go for Noxious Gearhulk. And then see if we can Bolus him. Ooh, he untaps one of our lands. Well, ain't that sweet. Alright, so let's go for the Gear Hulk. Gear Hulk. I was hoping to be able to save this draw land, but doesn't look like it, so we're going to play it. Got a Gear Hulk down. It's not going to live, but yeah. Yeah, blue-white control is it's a real thing. This list is terrible. Well, thanks, Alba. Appreciate it. Who all's hoping Teferi is banned tomorrow? Is there a ban announcement tomorrow? Are you serious? Or are you just saying you want him banned like ASAP? Teferi's he's pretty broken, guys. Our hope here is to make him tap. I mean, he's got enough mana to settle us and do like other things. We're gonna try to attack Teferi. Seal away. Of course, it's a seal away. So he's got plenty of mana to stop this, but we're gonna try it. Let's go for it. Can Bolas save us? Is this the battle for Dominaria right here before our very eyes? Come on. Does it resolve? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, he's got Gear Hulk mana. There's no way this resolves. Yep. Oh, wait, what? Okay, so we Bolas hit Teferi. We may not be complete. Oh, wow. Does he just disallow the ability? Blink? Doesn't stop. Yes. Okay. We've got a little bit more time here, guys. I don't know how that just happened, but all right. Huh. Uptick Teferi. Play another Teferi. Uptick that one. I think there's a good possibility they unban all restricted. I definitely think that Rogue Refiner or Attune needs to be unbanned. Like let's unleash the Teamer menace in the middle of this Teferi Goblin Chain Whirler madness. Teamer doesn't have the cycling lands, the dual lands really to push a Teamer Chain Whirler build. So I don't think that that's like a scare that we got to worry about. Is, oh my God, what if Teamer came back and had Chain Whirler? I don't think we got to worry about that. But let's unleash that just monster back onto the meta and just see if it can come in here and whoop Teferi. I mean, come on, you know we all have the cards. I mean, we all bought Teamer, right? I mean, like everybody had that deck, right? Like 70% of the meta trying to play Teamer. Yeah, right. Let's see if we got 3 months left. Let's see if energy really is that powerful. All of these other cards, can energy just come in and just make them rue the day? Rue the day you were printed. I mean, let's be honest though. I mean, even Teamer was splashing black for the Scarab God, right? I mean, the Scarab God rues no day. Okay, all right. I got it. Okay. Can we do cool things? He knows we have a Bolas, right? So I mean, if he counters this, then that's one less counter for like the Bolas and things like that. Get rid of the Bantus. I'm actually going to play my lands. Now that I have the Scarab God, I really want to have 8 copies, or sorry, 9 mana, so you can play him and have the Have the mana to use him. The Scarab God is the day you've been ruined, right? Rue the day you cross the Scarab God. You can get rather violent. What? Don't be violent. There's no need for violence. Oh, I wish I could get violent against this Teferi right now. He's got 8 cards in the hand. What brutality. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, he has to have Scarab God answer, right? Let's find out. Doesn't really matter. Another disallow. Come on, dude. It's just cold. Just cold. Oh, man. Good creature lands would be nice. Search for Azcanta. I mean, he's putting in work over here. 2 search triggers per turn. Don't know if we can win this one here. I mean, we're clocking him though. I mean, that is something that's happening. So we know he's got a negate. So we'll play the Noxious Gearhulk. Hit him with Banefire, right? Oh man, Banefire would be nice. You know, I want to think about how Control will never have to another disallow. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we've seen all 4 disallows, so now starts the Gearhulks. All right, well, you know, okay. You still got negate though. We'll see what he gets this turn. Seal away. Not really worried about the seal away. Approach. We don't have main board counter. I'm going to go ahead and just move on into the sideboard. All right, so we do know he does have approach in the deck. We're going to get rid of the Bantu's Last Reckoning because I think it's important to take those out here. We're going to bring in the gate. What? Why can't I get that last Bantu's out? All right, so it's actually out of the deck. Something is not working right here. I don't know what's going on, but it won't let me take it out. I'm going to take out Noxious. I think Noxious is good, but I'm going to take it out. And then, of course, probably going to cut down. Okay, so this is, I'm going to assume this is out of the deck, or I'm going to pretend that it is. Essence Scatter, I think we can take the Essence Scatters out. Just go with the negates and the duresses. And then I'm just assuming this one Bantu's is out. I mean, it's showing 15 up here, 61 down here. We're going to go with it like that. I think there's a glitch there. No spyglass, right? No spyglass. We would love to go first. Come on. Yes, go first. Blink of an eye. We can Canyon Slough. Chart a course. Sure. Chandra would be great. Okay. The new extra turn. The new extra turn is actually really nice. We want to chart a course here? Can't. We ain't got no blue. Can't chart a course. What am I thinking? We're just gonna cycle a Canyon Slough. We need some blue mana. Cycle the Slough. We got some blue mana. I want to start playing stuff like now, so I'm gonna play the island. Ooh. What do we get rid of? I mean, I was going to trade the Fetid pool. Like I was going to play Chandra next turn anyway, and just uptick her for mana and cycle the Fetid pool. Like so, I think I just get rid of it now, and just pass the turn. I mean, yeah, we're a little light on blue, but we got one. We got one blue mana. There's some heavy hitters here. All right, so now we got a little bit more blue mana. I want to just start playing things, so we're just gonna start dropping threats. I mean, we get to go Angrath next turn. Just threat after threat. Make him spin that negate that he's got. Like that's what we're wanting. So that Wizard's Retort. Oh man, come on. So he's got 4 disallows. He's got Wizard's Retort, and he's got negate and Essence Scatter. All right, opponent. All right. Let's see if Angrath sticks. It's just grab a handful of that stuff and just throw it against the wall. Something will stick eventually. Something will stick. We still have to just make him use his cards, though. Okay, there's a disallow. Is this a Teferi? No Teferi. All right, so we're going to look for some stuff here. First thing we're going to do is just try to duress the opponent. Disallow on the duress. Okay, let's see if we can find another, shall we? Like, should we just look for another duress, right? I mean, seems good. Yeah, I seen that I passed up a Combustible Gearhulk and an Eldest Reborn. But if he was that interested... Ooh. Alright, so we're going to take the approach. He may not have a lot of approaches, but I think that was the right call to just go look for another duress. And then, of course, skilled players as we are here on Sideboardmtg, we found the duress, All right, don't really have a lot going on here. I could Eldest Reborn anyway to start getting some stuff back, so I think I'm going to go that route, just because I know he can't really counter it. So I am going to go Eldest Reborn and see if I can just, stick this, and if he can't get rid of it, then we'll be doing pretty good. Syncopate. All right, so we know his draw. His draw was a Syncopate. I mean, he's got so many counters in this deck. We do need to hit lands. Search for Azcantha. We know he's got the... Well, that's a thing. Let's cast this with Kicker. I'll do it now. I don't even want him to get like a small amount out of it. Alright, so that means Bolus comes down next turn. So we know he has a he has a... Okay, so we've seen planes. There's that. We've seen the memorial. We've seen... Alright, so we know the last card in his hand is Essence Scatter. Alright. So Bolus comes down. Alright, so let's do this right. Let's play Bolus. And then... Okay, so he's going to use Memorial Unity. Well, I mean, he ended up with a couple extra cards. We are going to just +1 Bolus. Make sure he gets rid of 2 cards right here. We'll see what he exiles. We know he had that Essence Scatter. Essence Scatter, Glacial Fortress. So he kept something. We'll see what that is. Hopefully. Hopefully we don't. Like it's just something he can't use. This is going to be a pain. Like, not being able to deal with that is going to be a true pain. But this should be good. Now that he got rid of the Essence Scatter, I assume that, you know, he's like, that's the weaker card here. And but maybe he just got a much better counterspell. How much do you exile with this? You exile 2 cards with Bolus's +1 ability. And then once you get, you know, him Hellbent, that's when we're gonna do even more things. You don't like any of the legendary spells. I don't like the restriction. I don't like that if this is just a completely dead card. Like in Magic, we're always talking about. Let's go ahead and see if we can make him get rid of. Okay, he had a Jace's Defeat and a Negate. Neither one would have stopped a Gearhulk, but we're still gonna play our combustible Gearhulk here. Exile each non-land permanent your opponent controls for a -12 on Bolus. We will start to uptick by 2, unless the opponent like starts, you know, keeping cards here. Ooh, he pitched them. He pitched a Temporal Gateway, Eldest Reborn, and a Chart of Course. Passed him. Your Bolus Clutches is one of the best legendary permanents. Yeah, it's pretty good. That's an enchantment, so it's going to be really hard to remove unless you remove the creature that it's attached to. So, I mean, even though it's 6 mana, like when you take a hazard, you know, hazard's 4, so like you're kind of losing in that trade. But man, taking a hazard, that's the kind of thing you want to do with that card. You know, you take the Scarab God, they kill the Scarab God, they get it back. You know, things happen, yada, yada, yada. Ah, Teferi, what are you doing? Oh, he scoops it up. That's right. That's right. Because Bolus was about to get there. We were actually probably about to just use Bolus's neg to target opponent. 7 damage to target opponent. Swing. So, forget Teferi. We wasn't worried about him. Alright, so it looks like it did take that Montu's Last Reckoning out. So, you know, I think I was right there. I just want to leave everything else. Everything else looks really good. So let's just submit this back and just run it back here. Video quality is max 480, or is that just you, or is it everyone having the issue? Ooh, I don't know. We are streaming at you know, 4,000. So I mean that should be much better. I mean, we should be at least at 720. I know I'm not trying to stream at 1080 just because like it's just so much strain on the computer. But I mean, you guys should be able to read the cards. Click your little when you go to YouTube, just click the little gear or the 3 little dots if you're on your phone. Go to quality and then change your quality to 480 or 720, and so on and so on, and that should make it where you can read your cards and such. All right, I'm gonna keep this hand. It's got some it's got a negate, and it's got some temporal gateways. I'm interested in I really want to try to get this card down. What am I doing? I really want to try to get this card down and do some fun things with it. We're gonna go untapped all the way up till turn 4, so maybe we'll get there. The second one I'll probably hold till I can hold up with negate. The cool part about Temporal Gateway is if we can get that down against this control deck, you're not casting those cards. You're just putting that permanent card from the battlefield or from your hand onto the battlefield. So unless they have a disallow, they're not actually going to stop it, which is pretty cool. Let's just strategic planning here, sculpt their hand a little bit more, see if we can find some more ways to interact with our opponent. Ooh, baby, there's my girl right there. Oh man, y'all gonna watch me go from loose play to playing super tight to try to get our one copy of Liliana down. All right, we'll see. Just think of it as a retro filter. I have tried to tune the computer as much as possible here for us to at least have smooth gameplay, but looks like it's still a little bit slower than I want it to be. I mean, I definitely couldn't play Arena with this. Even when I play Arena and not stream, it's really choppy. So I've got a video card that I'm going to put in this machine, and from there, that should help out this machine a little bit. And then, oh man, guys. Okay, all right. So do we just keep waiting? Or do we just slam the first one here? Let's do it. Let's get rid of that first counter spell. Syncope. Okay. Okay, opponent. I guess Liliana eats the next one. Belzenlock eats the last one. Search. Oh, snaps. Oh. We're going to chart a course and look for that. Ooh, perfect. All right. So we'll discard that. We're going to look for more lands here. It's definitely the plan. We just want to keep hitting lands. Just thought your internet was running slow and you noticed you couldn't force it higher. Yeah. That's where I'm stuck at right now. So hopefully it'll get better here in the future. All right. Bam! Negate got us a window, ladies and gentlemen. What do we do with that window? We play the Lady of the Night, our lovely Liliana. We get back this awesome combustible gear hulk. And see if he mills us. And he took a lot of damage last time. I expect him to mill. He's at 20. All right, we got rid of strategic planning, blink of an eye, and the locust god. So, all right. Now he needs to get rid of our combustible gear hulk and deal with Lily. Yeah, I like where we're going with this. Like that one negate just let us time walk our opponent and just have that open shot to just kind of put down this multi-threat. Like this is why I say Lily is so powerful. This is about to be really powerful too. I mean, he didn't bounce. We killed Teferi here then. I mean, it cost us a negate because he's going to try to seal this away, or he's going to try to blink it, or he's going to try to do something, and we're going to negate it. So probably going to negate it. Definitely can go ahead and play this land. This has no bearing on what we're going to do. Like this is happening either way. We have a little bit more information now. So we're just going to swing it to Fairy. I mean, he drew a card. I mean, does he have Seal Away? Does he have the blink of an eye? It's a blink of an eye. Okay. So I'm gonna get the blink of an eye here. And the main reason I'm willing to trade this negate is I'm trading negate for Teferi. That's what I'm trading this for. I mean, I know he's got, Approach to the Second Sun. He's got things like that, but we're looking at pushing lethal next turn either way. I think getting this Teferi off the battlefield is just like where we want to be. So, all right. Didn't actually get to resolve I mean, I could have resolved it right there, but this puts him at lethal, puts our current attackers at lethal. We can't cast that, so we're going to say no and pass. So, I mean, he has to deal with these, or it's lethal. If he deals with just a zombie, we're lethal with Chandra. If he deals with the combustible Gear Hulk, then we would just bring back like a combustible Gear Hulk or something, and then things get out of hand from there. I'm going to play the land. I definitely think that I main phase something, right? And the main reason I want to main phase, I know you guys are always like, oh, why do you play things before main phase? I want him to spend his mana to get below settle, right? He did not get below settle. Okay, well, there's a negate. Let's just attack with combustible. There's settle. I was hoping he would disallow. So yeah, we'll use the ability. Grab the swamp. All right, so exile top card. Land. What's up? How you doing? And he's got 2 cards in hand. Just make a zombie. I mean, we're still pushing lethal next turn. He does still have to answer the zombies. So, I mean, there is that. What's up, Lee Penrose? How you doing, sir? Made it back just in time. How you doing, Rocker? Yeah, we're finishing up game 1 right now. And we're in, or match 1, we're in game 3. We're, the deck's fighting, that's for sure. Right? We've got him in check. He's got 3 cards in hand. He has to have an answer for what we've got going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and go to combat. See if we can get in here. Torrential Gearhulk. All right, so Torrential is going to cast Settle. We're going to go get the one other. Sound back? Are we back? Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I think we're back. I think we're back. First time casting Demon Lord Bells and Lock. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Really, really. We know he has a negate. I'm still going to take the Eldest Reborn. I'm going to return the Scarab God. I mean, he has a negate. He can go get something with the search for Azcantha. But we do have a blocker. We got a couple blockers here. I mean, I'm sure he's looking for blockers. Now, the Scarab God is a zombie now, guys. Just saying. He did come back with Liliana, so that's going to check our opponent for one here either way. Which one do you use? Ooh. Does that mean he's dead? What am I missing, guys? What am I missing? Alright, so we're going to get back a Locust God. We're just going to go overboard here. Locust God. We'll do our scry thing. We'll go bottom. Well, that's actually bad. I should have kept the scry land, and then I could have, done the thing. And we'll put it on the bottom too. Sure. Combustible Gearhulk. We'll get our trigger for drawing a card. We'll make a dude. That's game. It was a lot of fun. Like, we never got a Temporal Gateway on the battlefield. Never. But one of the powers of a Gearhulk deck is it can just push through. So that was a lot of fun. It was really cool. Is the sound back? Are we better now with the sound, guys? It's back on. Awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah, I leaned back. And this Xbox mic is supposed to go right in your controller, so it doesn't have a really long cord. Like, almost ripped my head off trying to turn the lamp on earlier. Jeez. What's up, Jamie? How you doing? From Panama. Wow. Well, thank you very much, Jamie. I appreciate that. All right. Magna. What's run? Oh, he quit on. Yeah, he quit on it. He was dead either way. He was dead on board. With the flying 6/5 or 6/6 trampler. Like, so I mean, didn't matter if the Scarab God got through or anything else. So yeah, the Locust God was sweet, right? Like, this is a sweet deck. So just a lot of fun with your deck, man. Way to start the night out. I mean, we went against a fairy control. Okay, guys, like, this jank deck just pushed to fairy control, right? Come on, good job, Jizza. Like, nice job, dude. Like, I like the build. It's really cool. If you guys want to check that deck out, link is in the description box below. If you want to, good time for a plug right here before we start the next one. If you want to play that deck, we've got a new coupon code. It's not SideboardMTG15. It's SideboardMTG _ W5G5. Man, doesn't that just roll off the tongue? So yeah, don't try to remember what I said. Just look in the description box if you decide you want to sign up for manatraders. They're a rental service. If you don't know, it's how we play all the decks that we have on the channel. We can play modern, we can play vintage, legacy, standard, of course, brawl, anything we want. So we can check out any card, and that's pretty cool. And you can too for a flat rate over with manatraders. Check them out. That's going to be the end of the plug. We're going to move on. Yeah. Temporal Gateway link is 404. The link is busted. All right, guys. I'm going to pull this up real quick because I want to get that link up to you guys. I know you guys want this. So let me jump to my dashboard. I know you guys got to see this. Like, this is horrible. But I normally would have that other monitor. I am working on that. We're on a backup system here. Like, Just had to get back up and running. So let me see what is wrong with the link. We'll just take my tag off of it. How's that? Remove the tag. Then jump back over to the live stream, check it out, see if the link's back up and running. All right. Like if you guys want to go ahead and check it out, you can, but we should be able to go to. Don't 404 me. No Azusa lost but seeking. No Azusa. There you go. Links up, guys. So yeah, if you guys have any more problems, just let me know. We'll fix things as quickly as we possibly can. Wow, this is a meta, bro. What? Oh man, I got to get my chat up. I got to get my chat up, fellas. I got to be able to read you guys. The illusion is broken. Yes, Esper. You guys ready? Esper. All right, so link is fixed. All right, everything else, we're good, right? Bam, bam. All right, so this is a, yeah, that's right. Like, I'm just going to start up here, let you guys take a look at this. There's green, there's red, there's black, there's green, or sorry, red, black, blue, double white, double black, blue, white, double black, like, all right. So the deck is counting on getting that Temporal Gateway down, right? Let's just go ahead and say that, because let's look at the mana base. The only thing he's got here is Esper lands, and that's why we're calling this an Esper deck, okay? The deck is Esper for the most part. We're going to be able to cast anything that's blue. We're going to be able to cast anything that's black or white. That is just going to happen, all right? Esper's got a great mana base. We're going to have those covered, no problem. But if we don't create some, like if we don't get one of our gateways, and I love the flavor here, Azor's Gateway along with Thran Temporal Gateway, we are going to be trying to cheat something into play. We can create X mana of any one color, where X is your life total. We create the one color that we cannot produce, and then we can put that onto the battlefield. However, if you will notice, you cannot cast Darzagoth off of that. So we can produce black, and the one mana we cannot produce, like we create one thing with our Azor's Gateway, we're going to create a red or a green. We can't create both red or green. So that's going to be a little bit of a problem. The only way we're getting Darzagoth out onto the battlefield is going to be to Thran Temporal Gateway him onto the battlefield, or just go ahead and get him in the graveyard, and then Liliana's Death's Majesty him back onto the battlefield, which is a possibility. I mean, that could happen, but we don't really have any way to like discard him in the deck. Like, there's no way to just like pitch him, throw him away, or something like that. So unless we can like cast him in the first place, we're going to kind of be dead in the water on the Darzagoth. So hopefully we'll just get lucky and just don't draw him, or like we'll have everything set up when we do draw him. So other than that, we can just leave Darzagoth out of the picture. We've got Nicol Bolas. We've seen how cool that was last game. Being able to play Nicol Bolas, the threat of an instant speed Nicol Bolas or something like that is just going to be devastating. Flashing into Fairy, the Scarab God, Liliana, Lyra Dawnbringer, Jiru with Eyes Open. Okay, so you search your library for a Planeswalker card and reveal it and put it in your hand. So we would go get, Liliana, Teferi, Nicol Bolas, or the Gideon. This deck does run the Gideon. It's got a couple histories. So, just some all-around good Esper cards, Vraska's Contempt, Cast Down, Seal Away, Fatal Push, those sort of things to remove cards. We've got some histories, some Gideons, some really good Planeswalkers. We've got Gonti to get some more triggers, get some more cards from our opponent, things like that. Gateway to kind of cycle through our deck, to fix our draw and things like that. I kind of like that idea of just kind of gatewaying through. You're not really gaining a lot of, you're not gaining any card because you always have to, exile a card. But you do get to, make sure that you have good selection there. And if you'll notice, we've got a ton of cards here that we can put multiple converted mana costs onto the battlefield. 0, 1, 2, 3. I mean, we've got quite a few here. So that shouldn't be a really big deal. We do we do go all the way up to 7 in this deck. So like that is a possibility. Now this deck actually, hopefully we don't like. I consider our last play of Demon Lord Bells and Lock to be a whiff. We got one card. That was a whiff. By the way, he is the one who has Black Blade. I think I've mentioned that a few times. We talked about that once. Be back in a bit. Love the stream. Okay, back. Just brewed a garbage fire of a Dimir mill deck for standard. Oh my goodness. My wife was looking at a Dimir deck. Speaking of Val, after this deck, when we get started into the game, I'll tell you about something we got coming up. Now, in the sideboard, man, the sideboard is just chock full of goodies if we can get that Thran Temporal Gateway down. And those goodies include oh man, just like this. We've got Nezahal, we've got Vraska, we've got Azor, Atali, Angrath, Vona, Badim to protect them. Oh my goodness, like a whole bunch of just really, really cool planeswalkers and things like that for us to just cheat into play. So these will be really cool. I expect that I'm going to be bringing some of them in. Man, Rocket, didn't you make this one, Rocket? Can I put Darzakoth in the sideboard and bring in Azor? Like this way, like if we come up against something we can't get the Temporal Gateway down, like we can at least cast it. I think you built this deck. Can I do that? Like, it just drives me crazy to not be able to cast something. Like, just have absolutely no way of casting something. So, like, I would love to just put Azor right here for Darzakoth, but you know, I understand Darzakoth is a thing, but yeah, Azor just looks like it'd be a lot more fun. So, either way, so I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but Val has been playing some Singleton. All right. She's been playing some Singleton on Arena on her laptop, and it's choppy. So no, like just go ahead and let you know I can't stream from her laptop, but she can play it, and so she's been playing some Singleton, and she has built a deck that went 7-0. Anyway. We'll play it the way it is, like in sideboard. I can do it in sideboard. I have that freedom in sideboard. So anyway, yeah, she went 7-0 with her Arena Singleton deck. So I've got 2 more Patreon games I need to record. As soon as I get those out, I'm going to be recording her Singleton deck and bring that to you guys. She actually laid off a couple of the expensive cards or the mythics and stuff like that, and still had just a really, really mean deck. Playing some cards that, you know, I was like, wow, that's printed. You know, like Singleton will really make you look at some other cards and stuff. And the fact that on Arena, everyone got a single copy of every card from Kaladesh and Aether Revolt, and that was a really powerful block in general. It's pretty cool. So you can build a lot of Singleton decks. So like she's played around with the Singleton a lot. Her mono red is pretty mean, and she's not an aggro player. I'm gonna mulligan this. I think we just need more land. We didn't get more land, but I like this a little bit better. Oh yeah, that felt good. That felt great. I can swamp here. We can bluff the Fatal Push. This deck looks super sweet, by the way, Rocker. Like all of these decks look great. Like you guys like really, brought it to the table here with these like that's the worst thing I had to say about the deck was like we have to have Azor's Gateway before we can, or we have to have the key piece to the deck before we can actually get the Darzakoth down. Like it's not like you like packed it full of black Gearhulks in a Jeskai deck, whichever one of you guys who did that, I know you're probably still around. I love you. I know that you won a lot of games with that deck, but man, you got lucky. I'm telling you got lucky. Every time I tried it, I would just top deck. Like just these ridiculous. See, next turn we get to start like getting rid of things if we want, but I don't know if we will or not. Not yet. But man, every what is this? Every time I played it, I was just unable to like I would just top deck something stupid, and it would be like the Black Gear Hulk. I would just wouldn't have the land for it. So, all right, so yeah, we could use some more blacks. We'll isolated chapel. Gideon. Uh, let's just emblem. Gateway. Yeah, I'll get rid of the land here. I know that's kind of bad, but we're a long way from this bolus. Oh boy, wizards. That's right. Oh, wizards. Oh, really? Really? Oh, man, I should have plus one. I didn't even think about playing around Wizards Lightning. That's my punt. I should have played around the Wizards Lightning. That's pretty sweet. We're going to go ahead and go to combat and see if he double blocks. All right, well. It's going to have to be pretty good for me to keep it over what we currently have. Azor's Gateway seems good here. Or, I mean, seems good to throw away here. Yeah, I think we do. I'm even going to let him draw a card before we... Yeah. I mean, he's got 6 mana right now. Go ahead and get rid of that. I mean, I am worried about a braid, so I don't want to just like pitch the 7 mana bolus under here. Can't clog up the legendaries anyways. Gonti. Okay, so this is probably going to be pretty decent for us. We do need something here, and Gonti is something. Right. Paradoxical Outcome. Kapala. No, we don't have Merfolk. Wizard enters the battlefield. Copy target answer sorcery you control. That's horrible. Adelize is pretty good. I mean, that's just... I mean, she's got prowess on her own. Paradoxical Outcome might be just awesome as just a way to protect our stuff. Like, I may just take the Paradox. But, like, if you don't have, like, some kind of combo, I think it's just Adelize. Like, Adelize just to help us close the game out. So, yeah, I'm just gonna take Adelize. Whoa, grab the wrong corner. I grabbed the wrong corner. Alright. I'm done playing with my hand here. I think. Yeah, there we go. A little OCD kicking in. Flying haste, that smacks Chandra. Exactly. That's kind of the plan. So yeah, hey, Glorybringer's here. We still kill Chandra. Although we hit land, we're like Lyra. He exerts. Of course he exerts. Why wouldn't he exert? Alright, so no land, Adelise, land. Okay, tap land, we Adelise. I think I'd just pass here. And then end of turn, we'll see if we can grab something else to throw under the Azor's Gateway. Is this just another Chandra or what? It's probably another Chandra. Another Chandra. Yep. That's a thing. Is he down ticket? Kill. Kill Adelise. Nope. Make some mana. Plays his own. Okay. We take 3 more here. I'm going to go ahead and see if we can do something. What does Bolus do for us? Like, nothing? So, fortunately, this, like, I don't think we get to Bolus. So, I'm putting Bolus under. Cast down's nice. Okay. So, with I think we just Lyra. Like, I don't think we do anything else other than at least try to trade our Lyra for Chandra. So the idea here is we hit Chandra for 2, and that means if he down takes Chandra by 3, and then Glorybringer exert to kill our Lyra, which is his best play. Like don't get me wrong, that's his best play. But he may not want to give up his Chandra, so he just may not look at that play. Nope, he went for it, just straight up. Has he got something else to add to it? No, he's going to go ahead. He does have something else to add to it. He has more burn. So we're going to take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we're going to take 12 damage right here. Show me the burn. No burn. Okay, so he didn't burn us. All right. What do we get? We're dead, guys. We are dead. So I can't play Temporal Gateway and Cast Down, so we take the 1 here. All right, we go for it. Okay. That's not cool. It wasn't cool, opponent. It was not cool. We need something good here, guys. It's not over. It's not over. Now it's over. It's over. All right, so let's go to game 2. Yeah, I shouldn't have killed the Glorybringer. I should have killed the other thing. then what would that have done this turn? We died a Glorybringer this turn? I mean, dead is dead. Like the same turn, like we would have been at 4, or we would with a Glorybringer that swings for 4, or we would have been at 2 with a creature that swings for 2. So the math is the same. We die on the same turn count. Like, so I'm going to disagree with the punt. Don't agree with the punt. I don't think that we made a punt there by killing the Glorybringer as far as the life turn math goes. So, yay, death, my favorite. Yeah, did we play 2 games already? Like, did we just get stomped that quick? Just 2-0, just back to back, just whooped us? Man, it was brutal. It was cool though. Like, it was interesting. Azor, negate, Ixalan's binding. Yeah, I think that might have just been a single match. Like, it was just a single match. We didn't play 2, did we? There's no way we played 2. Someone confirm. Did we play 2 matches? Or two games with that? Like, am I going crazy? That seems so fast. Like, I didn't even get to bring in Azor and things like that. That was a single game, wasn't it? It had to be. Because I know I wanted to sideboard in Azor. I'm going to play this deck again. I'm out of coffee. All right. We're good, though. We're good. Right? I knew we didn't play 2 because I wanted to bring Azor in out of the sideboard. Telling you. Just try me. All right. Here we go. Game search punt. Right. There we go. All right. You got me on that punt. Seems like one of those decks where you have to play control with 1 to 2 copies of each historic permanent you want to try to drop in the. Yeah, you're right. You do. Oh, I'll pitch this thing to that Azor's Gateway. I actually like the amount of removal we have in this hand. I'm going to keep it. I like it. We can trade this for a land. I just hit play. Wherever it puts me, that's where I go. Whatever is the quickest thing to get us out of that menu and get us into a game. Like that. That's what I'm about. Give him the opportunity to get down that Glensleeve Siphoner if he wants to do so. Grixis. It's Grixis. Can't deal with that. Ooh, look at us getting lucky. So this is probably like Grixis control. I still get to wait till end of turn before I start like pitching stuff through the gateway, so when you actually cheat out our Jund Dragon, then we can't laugh, right? You're right. If all of a sudden our Esper deck plays a Jund Dragon, I'm going to be excited. I am. I'm going to be super excited. We need to get to a gateway first, though. An actual gateway. It takes 2 of these gateways flipped to cast this Jund Dragon. Like, what? Nobody wants to play with me. Well, that's just messed up. They don't want to play against our Azor's Gateway deck. Like, I just play an Azor's Gateway at end of turn, and he's like, whatever. Okay, all right. We got another opponent here. We're going to be on the play. We've got some lands. We got a bunch of lands, but I'm okay with them. Mainly because like we just get to start out with a swamp. Swamp pretty much brings in everything on tap. Except for the Glacial Fortress. I know there are some lands in here it doesn't, but we also have the island to cover that. So it lets me like cycle this onto. So we're just gonna lead with a swamp and try to hold our fetid pools up for a cycle. We're gonna need the negates against this Karn deck, or I wonder if it's the Karn deck, or I wonder if it's Caleb's deck from the Vintage League, because I've seen some people playing that lately. I don't even really know how I would tell the difference between the two. I do know I want to present like I'm a blue-black deck for right now. Don't think this is Caleb's deck. I don't know if he was running Thematic Compass. Okay, there's a Gateway. That's not bad. That at least lets us like make some really good trades in the matchup, like get rid of bad cards, get some good cards, that sort of thing. Like if this is a Sifter Worm deck, jeez, it might be. Right? I guess we're not hiding. We're not hiding anything anymore. Wow, choppy. Game got really choppy. How are we doing on frames? We dropped about 500. That's not cool. I was running around 4,500 earlier. Now we're down to about 4,000. So it's not good. I don't know. I mean, like used to, I would stream on a higher resolution, but we would only be at 30 frames per second. So all right. Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of a plains. He got his Thematic Compass. He might have a braid. He might, but this is it. We're at least gonna put this bad boy down. I don't know what we're getting down with it. We don't have our Jun Dragon to slam down now. But I'm getting that down. Like that's happening. The gateways. Speaker of worms. Who else is super excited about the return of Plaka Worm? Oh, Plaka's back. Plaka. It's Pac-Man. Plaka. Right? Oh, come on. I'm not the only one that thinks Plaka. Sounds like Pac-Man, right? It looks like somebody new subbed and I missed it. What? We got a new subscriber? I am so like I do not have my notifications up. Didn't even realize they weren't up until right now. I've been recording and not putting out live streams because I've been worried about frames. But I did some tests today and they looked okay. Like everything looked alright, but I get now that it's not terrific. Oh man, this is gonna be decent. So I mean, we get to like get rid of something like a cast down. We get to flash in a History of Benalia. Yeah, seems good. Thematic Compass. He's gonna go get a land. He's gonna reveal to us this mountain, and he plays the non-matching mountains. Watch, my lands probably don't match either. We go to end step. I'm going to put a historic card, History of Benalia, onto the battlefield without casting it. Love it. Trigger. I don't have to do all this in response to him. I just am. And then we will I guess get rid of Cast Down. Probably going to get rid of Fatal Push as well. But I think Seal Away is like the spell we want to like keep. So now we draw a card. There's a Gideon. That's pretty cool. We'll probably just hardcast the Gideon. I don't know. I kind of want to just hardcast Gonti here. I mean, I could hardcast him or I could cheat him in with it, Temporal Gateway. Either one's going to cost me 4 mana. I kind of want to like, just get that extra card now. Yeah, I could wait till end of turn. I could do it after combat. We could do it whenever. We know we're going to do it. We know there's nothing that he can do to stop that. Yeah, it's giving him perfect information, but what are we going to, what, like, we can't do anything other than attack anyway. Next turn, we're not going to be able to attack with everything. So we're going to chip in. We're going to get that extra 2 points of damage in right now. And then we'll hopefully get in at least 4 of that next turn. I don't think he's going to remove one of our creatures. Like, I don't think we're in fear there. You guys are always on me about playing early. Okay, it is a Sifter Worm deck. Okay, well, good part about what beats a Sifter Worm is you can normally beat it with another Sifter Worm. Well, okay. I mean, that's a thing. This is happening. These are Sifter Worms we're facing. So this is the Saffron Olives team. Todd Stevens played this in the I think round 6. We seen it. They call it like the 4-color spice or 5-color spice. Yeah, there it is. Runs a bunches of hours. Let's go ahead and see what we can do here. Get rid of the Fatal Push. Again, this is going to be how we deal with a Sifter Worm. Okay, so we got a Vraska's Contempt. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a 1, 2, and 3 here. No, a 0, 1, 2 here. This 4 is probably going to go. Yeah, I think we put in, and I'm going to do it this way because like I just want to save the 1 mana. So I'm going to put Liliana. And I'm just instantly going to go ahead and just down tick her, get another Gonti trigger. Throw Gideon. Yeah, see, I'm thinking if we throw Gideon and the Vraska's Contempt, and I'm probably going to throw the Vraska's Contempt this turn just to see, you know, if we get that Sifter Worm or something like that. We don't get to use, the only thing we can take here is, yeah, we'll exile that. We didn't play a land this turn, so I probably need to do this now in search of a land. I think so. Let's go ahead and do it now. I mean, he knows he's got free reign to play whatever he wants anyway. There's a history. It's a non-land permanent, though. It's like, what are we going to bounce? And we don't get to use Oblivion. And if we cast the Consign, he gets to cast the Oblivion. What did he bounce? Oh, he bounced our Hasbro's Gateway with all of that work under it. Needed one more card. Yep, that happened. That 100%. That just happened. Yep. Okay. Now he's gonna cut our Gonti. Ribbons us for $1 billion, probably at some point, maybe. Okay. Well, we hit more lands. That's good. We wanted to hit lands. So now we're, only what, 1 more off of being able to cast this worm. Glad I didn't put the Gideon down now. Gideon being under our, like, we're about to just get him. He's about to just get eaten by an hour, isn't he? Gideon swings for 4. All right. We got rid of Azor's Gateway and I almost said Demir Guild Gate. Drowned Catacombs. Like, that's pretty much all we can really do here. I mean, we can consign something, but we really don't want to. So we cast mine. I just don't want him to have Oblivion in the graveyard. You know what you want to sideboard in? What do you want to sideboard in? Our. Yep, got me, opponent. Got me. I want my Liliana and everything. It's all gone. I mean, I could have bounced like my Lily, I guess. Yeah, I could have. I'm going to do it. We're doing it, guys. We're doing it. Just because this looks like fun. Sifted worm. Essence scatter. You're going to scatter your own worm. I wonder if because we're playing it from exile, we can play either side of it. Nope. Doesn't give me an option. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, immediately upon resolution is when the next state-based effect takes place. And no, because if you cast something, you create a new state-based effect, and then it'll check there. Okay. All right. He sifter worms. I mean, he committed to sifter worm. Drew cards, got to his own sifter worm. I mean, we could Gideon it and just kind of chill, wait on it. Let's see what he reveals. I mean, he's getting okay. So when Sifter Worm enters the battlefield, he gets to look at the top 3 cards of his library. Then he can reveal the top card of his library and gain life equal to that card's converted mana cost. So he reveals a Sifter Worm and gains 7 more life. Yeah, that seems like a thing. All right, I'm just going to try this just because I want to know. I think that I'm creating a new state-based effect. And that checks. Nope. Okay, so I get the effect. So this one will get bigger. All right. Well, I mean, we got a little bit of extra something out of that. And I'm okay with giving up. No, I'm not. Like, I guess we give up the history. I mean, he's just going to Oblivion right here. Like, we just gave him the ideal card to use against us. Oh, he's just going to... Okay, never mind. He just plays another Sifter Worm. All right. So maybe we can actually kill something. Just play the history. Oh, wow. So he reveals a promise. All right. Our promise on top of the opponent's library. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Right. Okay. Well, so what happens? We're not out of this yet. It's crazy deck. 4-color spice. Ah, man. Another one. Well, we got some more cards to discard. That's pretty sweet. One, two, three, four. I mean, I can do both. So let's do both. We're going to cast History of Benalia. Make another night. I mean, he's got a ton of life here. I think if we're actually going to do anything, we're going to end up like trying to fight him on a clock. But I think he's got some other tricks that that makes it really hard. Also, he's got this Maze of Ith over here that we've probably all forgotten about. He's also got up to 6 cards. Oh no, sorry, 4 cards worth. Of, 2 cards worth of instant speed card draw. All right, so okay, maybe not that bad. Yeah, but I mean, man, jeez, we've got a gateway down. Cast memory, dude. Cast memory. In response, Alvaroska's Contempt your Sifter Worm. Yeah. Cast memory. That'd be awesome. Don't think he's going to do it, but it would be awesome. Oblivion. Well, we knew that was happening. Looks like we got a new chat champ. What? Who's chat champ? What's going on? Okay. He's wanting to kill Gideon. Let's make sure I did this right, but we should get in there. Yeah. Ooh. The Voice of Plenty. I don't see a reason to not play her. Like, his shields are down. We'll just keep this this worm down here. I mean, I could have used this as like instant speed. Like, okay, so there's a good reason to not play her. We'll just take the hit for 2. But yeah, I could have instant speed used her to like trick my way into something. I mean, he gets to block, but he's not killing anything. Like, that's going to be the plan against this one Sifter Worm, is just to keep doing that. So, just going to cut her. Yeah. So if I had an instant speed, brought her in, I could have stopped that cut when he pointed it at one of these guys. I mean, I'm expecting like an hour anyway, but we did get Gideon above an hour, which is pretty good. The red hour is the one I'm talking about. Going to keep the belt at least until you have to hand it to a part-time. Yes. Yes, this is that land distraction jank sifter worm 5-color spice. Yeah, he's about to ribbons me twice. That is more than likely about to happen. Blink of an eye? No. I'm gonna cycle. See if I get something else here. Teferi. That's pretty good. I can't like use him if I flash him in, so. We stopped the sifter worm again. Attack for some. Okay, he's going to remove one from combat. Does he double block one here, you think? I mean, he loses both of his for one of mine if he double blocks. Okay, he just takes the damage. Let's do this like so. This way we actually untap 3 mana with Teferi. I mean, we're still doing it in our main phase. So draw a card. We're going to get back these two. All right. Is the new computer build coming along? Well, this is our current one, and I've spent most of the day trying to optimize it when I wasn't spending it with the in-laws, but it's good excuse, right? Hey, man, I gotta go work on my computer. Okay. He just consigned me. No. Fine. Whatever, opponent. Just consigned it to oblivion. I mean, he's got 1 card in hand. He does have a ton of mana. All right. Ooh, got that land. And we just keep the sifter worm down. Like, double trades here is just bad for us. Like, so he takes 1 out of combat, trades with the others, and we get rid of the zombies, so we're no longer worried about that threat, which is the only reason I'm even making the attack. See, he could do that, or he could have removed one. I expected the double trade, but now we just don't have to worry about the zombies. Us actually producing enough blockers is actually difficult. So I was actually more worried about us getting into a situation where he could get in with the zombies, hit us for a few, and get us way down below the range of being able to ribbons twice, which he's not far from anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, we're already dead. Ribbons for 11, pass ribbons for 11. Seems like a thing. Although we need a way to get rid of that sifter worm. At Azor's Gateway, our draws would be better. Yeah, if we had an Azor's Gateway, we could start trading these lands for maybe something else. So if he does memory, then we get our cards back as well. This is true. This is true. He's not going for the ribbons play here. I mean, if he does, we're stuck with like Zero and Gideon. Ooh, we're in trouble, guys. We're in trouble. Gonti wouldn't be bad here. Gonti's got Death Touch. Gonti wouldn't be bad at all. Stop one of them, Gonti the other. Put Gonti in the Vigilance dude to stop a bunch of damage. Like, we got to keep getting above 5 if at all possible. All right. What do we draw? Okay. So I'm going to do this. Do I need that blue? I need that. I think we're good here. And we're going to play Dargaz. Well, Drotha would have been better. We got it in. We got it in. It's here. This has happened. I don't think we're going to get there. But it will trade with a Sifter Worm. Or should we just go racing? Just here we go. That sort of thing. I mean, Sifter Worm doesn't have reach. Got to remember to use Gids. So if he doesn't take the 7, he leaves me back as a blocker. All right. So I was actually wondering if he was actually going to use his Spires to take it out of combat, but he took the 7. Like he could have removed it from combat, but he did not. He doesn't have the mana to use that. You happy, Rocker? Dargaz is on the battlefield, fella. I think you'd be better with Muldrotha. Then you only have to produce the green mana to be able to get it down. Trade with the worm and have the other not deal damage because we get the dragon back in 3 turns anyways. Okay. I like that. Oh no. We lost to Gideon. Ah, brutal. Like, Muldrotha lets you, replay all of this stuff, though. Like, if you're wanting to have some fun, with it, maybe Muldrotha would have been the better one here. Yeah, should have left this back. Dang it. We knew that hour was a thing, too. All right. It's brutal. So we stop 1. We have 4 turns. 4 turns. But mainly because we're at 22 life. But we actually don't have 4 turns. He's going to hit us for with one of these, and then we'll probably start seeing ribbons. Probably the only change you would make. Muldrotha sounds great. It does. I mean, think if Muldrotha would have been Dargaz right there, right? Like, Muldrotha would have brought back an Azor's Gateway. We could have brought back a Teferi. We could have brought back, a ton of things. A history. Yeah, Muldrotha is where you want to be if you're doing jank like this. I think so. Cheat a Muldrotha in for 4, and then just you got all your extra mana to do other things with. Seems decent. Seems decent. Oh, we got a fatal push. We can fatal push it. Well, all right. All right. Let's jump into the next game against the Saffron Olive deck. All right. Dargaz out. Azor in. because that seems cool, right? This will deal with those. Ixalan's bindings. He's actually going to have a hard time dealing with those. Oh my goodness. Is this like lag? I think it's lag. Varaska deals with Sifter Worm. That deals with Sifter Worm. Sure, I want to cast free stuff. I want to draw some cards. Get rid of the... Oh, cast down actually kills Sifter Worm. Let's get rid of Fatal Push. Kind of want to get rid of Seal Away. Just worry about like Varaska's contempting it. I think we do. Vona gonna get rid of it. Just pay 7 life. Bam. I mean, that's the cost of getting hit by Sifter Worm anyway, is 7 life. I think I'm gonna play the Vona over the Jiru. We'll go that way. Maybe the Nizahal needs to be in the deck somewhere. We didn't make it. I didn't make it. Like, and the only reason I was thinking Nizahal, yeah, actually, you were saying Nizahal right there as well. The only reason I was saying Nizahal is because it's a 7/7. Like, it would plot. Yeah, I would love to play first. We do need to like do something that is nice and mean, though. All right, so we're gonna keep. This is mean. This is nice and mean. This is what I'm talking about. Not like, you know, the Scarab God and Nicol Bolas aren't mean, but you know, Lost Legacy to kill. See, now I think we're getting too niche. Like, just to I don't know. Maybe that would have worked. I don't think I would have called. I think I would have just called Sifter Worm, or Hour of Devastation. Probably if I would have called anything with a Lost Legacy, it would probably be Hour of Devastation. No lie. Yeah. Or Sifter Worm. Yeah. Like, it would be really close between those two. I know that there's 4 hours in the deck. There's 4 Sifter Worms. So. History of Benalia. That seems decent. I gotta quit using that word. I don't know where that came from. When did I start that? When did I start that? I must have been watching some other YouTuber and they influenced me. Ah, those YouTubers and their influence. Wait, what? Oh, YouTube. Okay. My bad. Okay. Gideon seems alright. I mean, Gideon's nice and fast. Lost Legacy to Hour of Promise. All right. I mean, I'm plussing this. I know that we are so close to just losing to an Hour of Devastation. It's going to be so devastating. And I've played right into it. The better play probably would have been Profane Procession right there. But he did not have the double red to cast it. And I'm hoping that we get ahead of it. Probably won't, though. Like, I don't expect we will. I want this Gideon up to 6 as quick as possible. You got time on our... Yeah, we do have time on our side. Yes, I was looking at that in game 1, thing about, you know, the speed of play. He did not get a red source out of that. Means he either is holding a red source or has no plans of casting Hour. Because this is colorless. Ooh, another history? Man, as much as I want to get above Hour, I want to get this damage in. All right, so we're going to go for our History of Benalia here. And, yeah, I mean, it's risky. Attacking with Gideon there, it's the only way to actually get that extra 4 points of damage. Otherwise, we would only gotten 4 instead of 8. He's got enough to make the zombies He should get zombies this time. I mean, I don't know why he didn't get zombies last time. He's got 3 deserts. Why did he not get zombies? What? Lincoln. He should be in bed by now. Jeez. Okay. So we got a swamp. I think we just start upticking here. And I'm going to cast Profane. I mean, this at least puts some serious threat. And I'm also actually going to, probably going to regret that 4 damage just because I want to lose my Gideon. I mean, if this Hour of Devastation he's going to cast, it's going to be mean. All right. So we get 2 in. Swing with 3 guys, get 2 damage. At least we didn't lose anybody. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, if he goes like Sifter Worm or something like that here, I mean, we've got removal for that, and then he's just dead. But I'm expecting that Hour of Devastation. If he doesn't have the Hour of Devastation, then we just win. Lost Legacy for Hour of Promise does sound good. It doesn't sound bad. But again, like, he can make zombies all day and other things. Like, stopping Sifter Worm and... Sure. That means he doesn't have the Hour of Devastation, though. So, that's not bad. I mean, he can make zombies all day. I'm not worried about that. Just make your zombies, dude. Not a problem. Sifter Worm. All right. So he's probably going to gain a ton of life here. We have to spend our next turn getting rid of Sifter Worm. And then just crashing in with as much power as possible. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to go... Ooh, Lily. That's sweet. All right. So let's go grab that Sifter Worm. I mean, he revealed Spring to Mind. And when it's anywhere other than on the stack, it's both converted mana costs. So he gained 9 life off. Is that right? 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 life off of this. Oh my goodness. Now, if it's on the stack, it's whatever side it is, but it's not. That was not on the stack. I think we swing with Gideon here. I mean, he he tapped a little early there. He can remove something from combat, but we've got Vigilance, so we're still going to be able to protect Gideon on the backswing. So yeah, he removes 1, and then we put a lot at him. I mean, if he double blocks, it's fine. Otherwise, he's just going to be sacking zombie for zombie to stop a bunch of damage. I mean, he's got 0 cards in hand either. So, I mean, like, we are, like, seriously pushing a threat now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're a long way from actually being able to do anything else. But, you know, Sifter Worms, things like that, you know. You wouldn't have ticked him up to get out of... You wouldn't have ticked him up to get out of Devastation range either. Well, it's good to know that I'm not the only one that went for that. I want to get there play. Hour of Devastation, though, like, oh, man. There we go. Sweet. Yeah, I'm not showing him what we had. Not showing him what we had. All right, so we're on the draw. We're not trying to be aggressive this game. So since I'm not trying to be aggressive, I'm going to take out History of Benaya. And I'm going to, like, I'm not even using that as a defensive. What do we take out? Profane Procession is just awesome. Ixalan's Binding is probably going to be pretty good. I'll take out one Binding. Take out one Contempt. Just because he doesn't have anything that just requires an exile. Like, if the option is to take out Cast Down or Contempt to deal with Sifter Worm, I think that, I don't know. Doesn't that deck just, doesn't that also have a bunch of Planeswalkers in it? I'll tell you what, I'll take out one Gateway for the Lost Legacy. I really want this Angrath as well. I've got all the big stuff in here right now, though. I'll take out, Gonti's probably going to be pretty good. We'll take out Shala. Yeah, we'll take out a Shala. We'll run it like that. I mean, it's a weird configuration. Cut Vraska. I don't want to cut Vraska. Vraska kills Sifter Worm. Just flat out, bam. Sifter Worm, gone, done. I could just like speed play and see if he can actually, you know, even beat us just with the 4 minutes and 35 seconds. But 4 minutes is a lot. I am going to keep the hand, though. We're cycling the irrigated farmland on 2. So we should be all right. Probably going to be playing, you know, fairly safe here. Yeah. So we'll start with that Swamp. And play the Plains next turn. Cycle irrigated farm. I don't know. Maybe we just play the Drowned Catacombs this turn. I don't like that card. I mean, we can deal with it, but it's not the greatest thing in the world. Maybe we can force him to make a mistake from him rushing plays. Maybe. A lot of people make mistakes when they're rushing plays. I know I'm one of those. Okay. And we gets it again. So yeah, I'm actually just going to keep cycling here. The only thing we're worried about stopping is right now is like an Hour of Promise. We don't want him to go get like specific lands to fix his mana base. This is a 4-color deck, and you're right. I mean, stopping Hour of Promise stops his fixing, but he's not grabbing the things I would expect him to grab. There's Gideon. Can't play Gideon this turn though. When we play him next turn, we can't play him this turn. Just can't. This is his Hour of Promise turn, and I just want to make sure that I stop it. Right. Yeah. We've got everything we need to go into the late game. We've got plenty of lands to help push us there. We've been cycling, so it feels like we've been doing things. Okay. He revealed an island, so we haven't seen that island hit the battlefield yet. Let's get down Gids. Sure. Got me. Got me, opponent. Got me. Clock. We're going to clock this guy. Like, we're not fast enough to beat him. Yep. I mean, we've still got plays, though. It's a baby counter. Like, it's a tuck. It doesn't, like, counter. It's just a tuck. And then next turn we can do Lyra. Yep. Don't think that he can kill us in his 2-minute allotment. Sure. To cast Oblivion here? Oh my goodness. What is this? Sandworm Convergence? Can't deal with that. So Sandworm Convergence says creatures with flying can't attack. Well, can't be having that. So we're going to go white, white. Bam. Lyra. Lyra can't attack either. I mean, we never get past the spires. Need a field of ruin here, Rocker. Need a field of ruin. Need some way to deal with that spires. Struggle. Couldn't swing anyway. We're beating him with the clock. That is how we're winning this game. Oblivion. I don't want to cast that negate there, but it's what we're doing. This is bad too. We're going to walk right into Hour of Devastation being his last card. You guys think it is? A milled Teferi. Our next card was a Teferi. I should have just brought back the Lyra. I wanted to play around Hour of Devastation. Gift of Paradise. He's gaining life. Seeing getting in the Liliana reminds you of the first fat bundle you bought for Cat. Got both of them. Wow! All right, that's a good fat pack, man. The bundles that was a good bundle then. You got both a Lily and a Gideon. It's pretty good. Absolutely, hit that like button, guys. Please hit that like button. It helps out more than you can understand. I don't know. You probably understand just how much it helps out, but it helps out a lot. A lot. I picked the land. That land cannot do me any harm. Okay, he's casting mine. He's drawing cards. He's for better or worse tap down. You guys gonna kill me for playing things pre-combat? I know it. Sometimes it just doesn't matter, and sometimes you want to make them to play spells beforehand. Yeah, I knew we wasn't swinging. Just chump checking. We did things. I wanted to know that he knew that he could still do it, right? Just went through all of your blue non-standard cards, and you have about 50 unsummons. Yeah, the card's been around a little while for the Horde. Yeah, gets printed a few times here and there. Oh my goodness. All right. It's gonna be bad. I know it. Brought this Azor down. Probably brought him down a little too quick. But Azor survives Hour of Devastation. Okay. I mean, he can't cast Hour next turn anyway. So we're gonna fire Gideon up here. We'll attack. So when Azor enters the battlefield, each opponent can't cast instant or sorcerer spells during that player's next phase. So he takes 2 here. Sad how many people we got to swing with just to make him take 2. Let's play another land. We're going to need for that Azor. 23 seconds on the clock, dude. Let me resolve this Azor trigger. Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing, opponent? Tap, tap, concede? Don't do it. You're taking up all your time. I'm not going to get my Azor trigger. Opponent. He just wanted to let me know that I wasn't getting that Azor trigger either way. Like, maybe I just want to bring Azor back anyway, alright? You heaven to earth, I'm bringing Azor back. Just because I can. Right. We clocked him, yeah. Okay. The Esper Gateway, it was pretty cool. I think that if I made any change to the deck, small change, like there'd probably be a lot of ways that I would want to like change things and stuff, but small change to stick to this deck and the theme, just really be that Muldrotha instead of the Dargoz. Dargoz is cool. Don't get me wrong, I like him. He's hard to deal with, but I mean, if they deal with him, they've got 3 turns. 3 turns is an eternity in Magic. 3 turns with a Muldrotha untapped. What would that do for you, right? Like, we're talking an eternity. So just like flashing in a Muldrotha at end of turn and then getting that back, Muldrotha can also be cast with your Azor's Gateway. And again, you know, we went over that at the beginning and need 2 Azor's Gateways. So yeah, I'd make that change. Other than that, deck's a lot of fun. Maybe, maybe cut down to 3 temporal gateways. It's really not that great in multiples. You're normally just not going to keep enough things in your hand. So, you know, I don't know. There looks like there might be something there. There's also some really cool cards coming up from the next set that should help a little bit with the Temporal Gateway. Personally, I like the Gearhulks right now while we still have the Gearhulks. I think they're really good. So another one you might want to consider is like the White Gearhulk. Might help you, you know, like if you are playing around with this deck or something like that. The White Gearhulk might actually help you, and you can flash that in with the Gateway. So those are some ideas that I would have for the deck. But it was a lot of fun, man. I enjoyed this one, Rock. I appreciate it. Appreciate the build. I like the Grixis one we played too. Okay, guys. Like, so this is the one that looks like it's got some combo and some other stuff going on, and like I don't even know. We're trying to gain some life. We're trying to use that life for Lich's Mastery to do other things. We've got Dargoz. We've got Zakama. Yeah, it's got some really cool cards in it. I don't know if I can operate this deck. Now we had Albatross here in the in the chat earlier saying that, you know, he later discovered that this deck was just, you know, booty. It just wasn't no good. It was just butt, right? That he ended up going with a different brew, a different color combination and stuff, and so, you know, it still got a vote. It was higher than the deck that had 0 votes, so we're gonna play it. We're gonna try it out. So do Deep Root Waters, Thran's Temporal Gateway, Lifecrafters. What? Gonna update your Squee deck for the new set. Huh. Can we make it go off a turn or 2 turns faster for the Horde? Can we speed it up? That's the only thing wrong with that deck. Like, the deck's got some like real something there, but you can't survive long enough to fire it off unless like the meta really slows down and then they like counter or something. Wish you had that much self-discipline. Yeah, not gonna do any brews with the next set until after pre-release weekend. Yeah, that would require a lot of discipline. I am brewing on a Jaya Ballard Mardu Gearhulks list right now, and I keep wanting to splash blue in it. So bad. Oh, so bad. Anyway, so yeah, that's where I'm at. This deck, like Albatross, I like looking at it, it looks kind of all over the place. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be able to do. We're looking at a ton of colors here. We've got white, red, black, green. Do we have blue in the deck? Is there any blue in the deck? All right, so we're 4-color, no blue. No blue, but we've got Gift of Paradise. We've got some ramp. We got some other things. We've got a lot of deserts, but yet we don't actually have any like Hour of Devastation. Lich's Mastery. So like this is a Lich's Mastery deck, and I don't really understand if there's like a Lich's Mastery combo or anything like that, but if we do have Life Goes On. Life Goes On becomes 1 mana, draw 4. That's broken. That's some broken stuff right there, guys. Mastermind's Acquisition allows us to go get some stuff. And again, if we get Lich's Mastery, then like we just don't lose the game. We can then go get like Approach. Approach is just an instant win con. I mean, so there's some combos there and things like that. Leaving the Approach in the sideboard's fine. I prefer to like actually have one main board if that is the big game plan. I want to have one main board, and then if we need to protect that Approach, we can always like leave the other one in the sideboard and keep in our Masterminds and for like a game 2. Like we've seen this with some of the green black Mastermind decks that would have just the Approaches setting in the sideboard because it only require the 1 mana, and they could usually make that 1 white mana to cast the Approach. So we've seen that with the green white decks and or the green black decks, and it was pretty cool. So. Anyway, that looks kind of sweet. I'm curious to see how like Gleaming Barrier and Nature's Spiral works. Filigree Familiar. I mean, Filigree Familiar feels like kind of like a bad Solemn Simulacrum. I mean, yeah, when it dies, we're going to draw a card. When it enters, we don't get to go get a land. I mean, we just get 2 life. So it's a bad Solemn Simulacrum, but it's still pretty cool. I mean, if you can get it to die, you get that card. And then maybe a blocker or something, and you gain a little bit of life. So it's not a bad card. It's just like the Fox is not what I would be looking for. Like I would rather have like Solemn Simulacrum, but wouldn't we all? Anyway, that's the deck. We're gonna jump into the gameplay. Again, like I don't really understand the point of the deck. Like I get the point of the deck is to get down on Lich's Mastery and then use your Mastermind to go get an Approach and then cast that Approach. So like we're turning our 7 mana win con into an 11 mana win con, spread out over multiple turns. Yeah. Okay. We'll see. We cannot keep this hand. This one doesn't feel great either. Or is this how this is going down? All right, I'm going to keep. Brutal. Mulligan to 5. What brutality. Yeah, we're going to keep that on top because like that can block, buy us some time. Looks like we're going to need that time. So yeah, I'll just start with the Woodland Cemetery because we're not going to be able to bring that in untapped. We bring the Sun Petal Grove in untapped, but yeah. So we're going to take 1 here. And then he's probably what? Soulscar Mage or Karzev follow-up? No follow-up. Okay. Well, Gleaming Barrier won't be bad here. The four body is going to be nice. So, I mean, if he's wanting to burn something, he'll actually have to wait until after we block, then burn. And if he does that, then I'm 100% going to get this Temporal Gateway out on turn 3. Never mind. He'll just on-crop Crasher his way through. That works. It's one way to get through there. It's going to be hard to beat this this deck. However, this will go a long way. Gideon will as well. Yeah, I definitely think we play Gideon here. And then we have a blocker And this can't do damage. Phoenix. Okay. So now we have to stop the Phoenix. Filigree Familiar is not bad. I think we used the Familiar here. I mean, the gaining the life's not bad. The drawing the card is going to be terrific. I expect him to just actually make this not block so that he doesn't lose anything. Like I expect him like to just point things at the Familiar. Karzev. One card left in hand. I'm guessing it's not a Hazard because then he could have played that and had the Karzev left in hand and like just wreck face here. Need to get the Stargaz down. Shaman magic protected her maybe. Maybe. Oh no. Well, there's a land. That's going to help us. I mean, Gideon's going to go to 1 here. Like, I think we just have to Temporal Gateway. All right. That happens. Gideon goes to 1. So we're going to buy ourselves a little bit more time with the Gideon here. Masterminds is not bad. So we'll stop that. I am just going to play the gateway. This means that just next turn that I can just start like slam Dargaz, and then I have a dude in the air. So yeah, we lose Gideon here. That happens. Yep, that happens. The monkey gets him. I mean, if the monkey doesn't get him, then Karzev and the Gitu gets him. So. I mean, just getting to put this Dargaz down seems pretty good, though. Gideon. Stop the most amount of damage for technicalities, right? Just be proper. Just to be proper. All right, well, we're just going to pass turn here, and here we go. The main reason that I wait is because of that on-crop crasher. So, yikes. So now, like, if he goes to swing with the on-crop crasher, like, what I actually need to do right here, he's going to exert, is I need to just consume, like, just take the rest of the damage and take the hit from the on-crop crasher. Or eat the on-crop crasher. Unless I think I can get something else down. I don't know. Maybe I don't eat the Phoenix, right? we do eat the Phoenix, then I think I eat the on-crop crasher here. And I just take the rest of it. Chat message. It's going to make our screen move, in it. Neat. Right? It is cute, isn't it? It's cute. We're at 5. So things get real dangerous from here. We could just draw that card that lets us, ooh, draw a card that lets oh, we don't have a land. All right. We didn't have a forest or swamp. On crop crasher. Well, that's game. That is game. So Dargaz can't block. I mean, we take 4 here. We take 4 plus the one from the. Like, we're dead. I mean, we can block here. We can block here, and then we take like, yeah, we're at -2. Yeah, just not great for us. We begin to sideboard though. We'll be all right. Killing dragons is the hardest crime. Is the highest crime in Tarkir, as decreed by the Dragon Lords. Seems like a thing. So I think I want Settle the Wreckage here over most things. Golden Demise is probably not really bad. Like, Golden Demise is probably really good to like follow up some kind of cool attack. I don't know. I just think Golden Demise is good here. I think Vraska's Contempt is good, so I need to cut some cards. Filigree Familiar is not exactly where I want to be. Gleaming Barrier can block for days, so I'm probably actually just going to leave the Gleaming Barrier in. Final Parting, search your library for 2 cards, put one of them in your hand, the other in your graveyard, then shuffle your library. That's cool, but I don't think that's where we really want to be right now. And then the Masterminds acquisitions, I'm actually just taking them both out and bringing in the approaches. I just want the approach. This is not a negate deck, so like I'm not worried about him stopping the approach. So I don't want to take 11 mana to do it. I want to just hit it and go. Yeah, I said that, didn't I? Yeah. Remove Lich's Mastery. Probably right. Like, Lich's Mastery might be what needs to come out. I tell you what, I'll take 1 out for a Masterminds acquisition, so we can like go get a settled if we need it. But I think we just roll like this. See if we can beat this red deck. He may just come out way too fast. And there was a mulligan to 5. Like, a little bit of defense for the deck. That was a mulligan to 5. We're going to mulligan here because I don't want 3 gateways. We can't play this hand. So we mulligan to 5 again before we get anything that's even remotely keepable. We do get a land on top. We will get down our Gideon. Whether he lives depends on what the opponent plays. So yeah. Just Dragon Skull Summon on 1. Go ahead and get that tap land in. And then, turn 2, we'll either play the land on top or the Isolated Chapel, which we'll probably just play the Plains, right? Like, there's no real reason to play that Isolated Chapel. I mean, unless we just wanted to kind of bluff the fact that we have that deck, or have the. There's no bluff there. There's nothing to bluff. Just play it, right? Be considering a revamp of a Grixis mid-range build with the new bolus? Absolutely. Grixis is looking better than ever, which just makes sense. Like, why would you have like Bolas coming back? You would have like so many great things, and then Bolas's colors not be stupid powerful. Like, I think we need to start. We need to go into Ravnica with a powerful, like just lore-tastic, kind of thing, with a powerful, Bolas colors, and I think that would be pretty good. However, like we may or may not see that. Like that just may or may not happen. So we'll see. Like this Woodland Cemetery ever coming in on tap, just may or may not happen. Like making Kari Zev here, it's just horrible. Like, okay, so I could stop Kari Zev from hitting me from 1, or I could stop Soulscar Mage from potentially hitting me for 2 or 3. So that I can't stop it from attacking. So the monkey's coming. The monkey is a coming. But yeah, I would highly consider revamping Grixis. I've been playing around with like that Grixis Chain Whirler build. It just kind of like it's been on my account, so I kind of play it from time to time. I'll just pull it up. It is the Grixis deck that I currently have available, but I think I would actually go back to a Grixis Whirler Virtuoso build right now. I think Whirler Virtuoso is in like the best spot it's been in a long time. I mean, you can bring its Stoppers in after Chain Whirler's triggers, so like Whirler's really, really good. Come on, something good. Like I don't even know what I want. Yeah, we're just poor old Gideon. I want Fatal Push. That's what I want. Fatal Push. I won't get it. Just won't get it. I just gonna finish Gideon now. See, I stopped 2 points of damage. Oh man, come on. So maybe I should have played the Thran Temporal Gateway there. We'd at least got him to play as a Braid. I assume that he has a Braid now. So it's gonna be brutal. Wizard's Lightning and a shock. Oh, all the damage. All of the damages. It's there. Yep. We're taking quite a bit here. I mean, he's hit us for 7. Just ooh, that is nice. All right, so how do we do this actually? Sunpetal Grove. Yeah, I gain this life. I think gaining the life is pretty important here. I mean, it does feel like he's going for like getting me to a hazard kind of burn, so. But Grixis isn't a guild? No. But it's a wedge. It's Bolas's wedge. Like the whole story of Ravnica, we're going back to return to Ravnica. Return to like yeah, okay, we're going back to Ravnica, and the whole point here is this is going to be where the story finishes. The story that Richard Garfield like started. Like this is going to be it. This is where it finishes. We're going to find out what happens between. I think I need to fire this off. Between Bolas and the Gatewatch, like, do they finally end him? All of the storyline that has ever accumulated, like, we're finally going to be done with this Bolas, which I don't want to. I am a huge Grixis fan. I've always liked Bolas as a planeswalker. He's like this all powerful entity. I don't really see it all as good and evil. Like all of the planeswalkers have done horrible, horrible things. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I'll say this: if he doesn't get a land, we might survive one more turn. I mean, we're looking at a minimum here of 4 damage. If he's got another burn, it's just over. Even shock deals with us because the Soul Scar Mage pops up, and it's just over. So, I mean, if he shock, if he has Wizard's Lightning, Lightning Strike, anything with haste, it's over. If we don't top deck a land or something that was going to be just really good, there's the shock. Xaxes, good job, opponent. Good game. Yeah. Alba was not wrong. This deck is not exactly where we want to be. Apparently, he played around with something else, and you know, it. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the deck. I think it's kind of all over the place. I like the idea of drawing some cards, but like in order to make this one big card work, Lich's Mastery, we've kind of got. I mean, it's a legendary enchantment. You put it down, bam, you got that legendary. But it doesn't. Even legendary enchantments don't help you cast legendary sorceries. Like you got to have like creatures and spells. Like we were talking about that earlier. You can't have a legendary permanent. It has to be a legendary creature or artifact, I think. Yeah. Creature, planeswalker, artifact. I don't know. Urza's Ruin is Blast. You guys can look it up and let me know. But yeah, like everything about the plot and everything is, Bolas is going to fight the Gatewatch, and it's all going to end after this epic 3-part series that Wizards has like set up for us, and I can't wait from Simon over the Aether Hub to get us some lore going on it, and then Jen from the Voice of All, like those guys, like the lore there is awesome. So I'm looking forward to listening to that, such as Lincoln's bedtime stories, right? Lately he has been listening to the fight of Liliana taking on her 4 demons. Anyway, we're having some fun with the lore. I hope you guys like look into that. You can check on my YouTube page for a link to for suggested content creators and stuff. I've got both of the guys I just talked about over there. I'm pretty sure Aether Hub's on that list. If it's not, just look up the Aether Hub. You'll find Simon's lore there. He does pretty good. He uses like card art and stuff, so it's pretty cool. If you go over to Voice of All though, like that's voice acting, and like they go through the plot, and like man, like just listening to Jason Verosco is just really cool. So definitely go give those guys some love. They're another YouTube channel that is just like they're both separate YouTube channels, and they're both awesome. But yeah, like if you're looking forward to the lore and what's about to happen, and finally just seeing the end to all this, yeah, check those guys out. Guys, like that's Subscriber Sunday. Like I don't know what I would do with this deck. I don't know where I would go with this Lich's Mastery deck. I don't know. I really, really don't know. Like even Albatross, who made the deck, was like, it's booty. It's booty. He's like, I'm sorry, I apologize. He's like, I ended up testing it. It was just bad, so I just moved on. But either way, it got the vote, so we were going to play it. Lich's Mastery. We got Temporal Gateway. It looked like it would be a lot of fun. Why not? Let's try it. We didn't do too bad tonight. Like, we had some fun with the Esper and the Grixis. So, yeah, no matter what happens, you're predicting 3 things. 1, Ravnica sets will be super Planeswalker heavy, and we'll see more Planeswalkers across those 3 sets than we have across Magic's history. 2, Ravnica will be the last time we see many Planeswalkers, both beloved and hated. Yeah, as far as the Gatewatch goes, I expect the Gatewatch to like break up, and then Wizards has already told us that in the future we will still see some of our beloved heroes and stuff, but not as often. Like we're not going to see Jason and Lily, like they're going their own ways, and we're going to see like their stories as they wander out into the multiverse. We're going to see what Saheeli Ra and Watley are up to and things like that. That stuff's going to be a lot of fun, especially when we return to Return of Kaladesh. Trigger, right? Okay. Anyway, if I was Rudy, that'd have been a giggity, right? but as many deaths as we see, there will likely be just as many debuts. Yeah, I figured that. I expect that we're going to see, Niv Mizzet do something. We bet Wizards. Niv Mizzet. If this is the last time we're going to be in Ravnica, if this is the end of this storyline and this is it, don't let Niv Mizzet go down like this. Ignite his spark. Let's take this planeswalker on into to infinity and beyond. All right, like don't. Come on, Wizards, you can do this. Don't destroy Niv Mizzet. I want so many good things. He has been around. He has been the omnipotent one. He knows what's going on, and has just laid back in his castle there in the guild class hall or whatever. And yeah, you just want Malik back. That's my commander, by the way. I like some Malik. Guys, man, it's been a fun night. It looks like the computer has made it through this. Been a little bit choppy. We've lost some frames. I'm going to work on a few other things, see if we can get you guys up to 720. We're going to try the next stream in 720. I've got 2 decks I'm going to be trying to post tomorrow. Both of those are going to be Patreon decks. I'm going to be posting those, and then tomorrow night I am going to try to post a deck tech of an arena deck. I cannot play arena. It is choppy without streaming. It's choppy even when I'm trying to record it. I just can't do arena. I do have a video card that I'm wanting to try to put in this computer. So maybe after I get those 2 recordings out and start getting those posted, maybe I'll play around with putting the video card in and see if we can actually get a little bit more power out of this thing and maybe actually be able to do some arena play. If we do get into that arena play, then I'll actually play the 7-0 deck for you guys. But I've got proof. Like I told Val, I was like, hey, look, this is the information world, all right? If you don't have proof, it didn't happen. And so she wins her league 7-0, like no losses or anything. And on the screen right there before she claims her prizes, where it shows across the bar, how many times you won. She's like, screenshot. And I was like, she's like, I just 7-0'd. I was like, screenshot it? She goes, yes. I was like, all right, cool, sweet. So yeah, she screenshot. So we got the proof that her deck did do that. I don't think they're posting those 7-0 singletons or anything, but either way, if you guys are looking for a singleton, I'll have you guys a killer mono red singleton deck tomorrow, and you can make a couple tweaks to it, do whatever you want to do. Some people might want to put a couple dragons, a couple flyers in there, but yeah. My name's Eric. I have had a ton of fun hanging out with you guys tonight, playing these crazy decks. Remember, next month, the new set will be out. We are building around Liliana's contract. You don't have to go all in on it right now. You can wait a little bit, brew those decks, get some ideas, see how some other people are doing it. Other people are going to be trying to play with some Liliana's contract. There are going to, Saffron Olive's going to do like a, against the odds deck with Liliana's contract because it's an alternate win con. He's always trying to do those alternate win con decks. But I just want to see somebody abuse the card. Whether you're doing alternate win cons, you're doing combos with it, you're doing something else. I want to see somebody use the card and just do some really cool stuff. So bring me your Liliana's contract decks. Can't wait to see them. That's what we're doing for the last Sunday of next month, or actually of this month. So yeah, that's all I've got for tonight, guys. I've had a lot of fun. I hope you've had a lot of fun. Remember, check the description box below. Links for everything. These decks are down there. It looks like all the links are working. Links to manatraders, new coupon code. Good. It's good to like August 9th or something like that. So we shouldn't need a new coupon code. Patreon's down there if you guys want to help out. You do not need to send money or anything for computer. I think we've got all of that under control. But if you guys do want to help out anyway, you can. Patrons have already collected for this month, so if you do become a patron, it'll be next month before you actually get in. So like as soon as the first hits, that's already happened. So other than that, I don't think I got anything else. No more like channel updates, anything like that. Guys, you were great. My name's Eric, and I'm out.